Hey everyone, Kathy here from Dirty Booty Soaps, and welcome back. We're doing a soap making video today, the first one of the new year, and I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I don't know if you saw the last video, I mentioned we had the flu leading up to Christmas, but we recovered in time to go to relatives for Christmas. Still a little lingering you know, a post-nasal drip, cough, tickle thing going on, but other than that, we're much better. Today, I'm soaping with one of my Christmas presents. It is the Tall and Skinny mold from Bramble Berry, and it has a removable bottom. Now, I've never used one of these before, so I lined the mold with my freezer paper, and I was still a little leery of maybe stuff escaping around the corners, so I took some press and seal and I wrapped the bottom of the mold just in case, because this is my first time using it. We are doing a soap in a new fragrance. It's from Backwoods Fragrance and Supply. It is Pink Amber, and we're going to do basic white bar with some pink and purple swirls. I got my little hanger tool here. I'm going to do some swirlies. Hopefully it turns out really pretty. And then I'm just going to do some swirls on the top with whatever pink and purple I have left, and also a little bit, I've got a little bit of gold mica here that will blend in on the top, and maybe dust it with a little bit of glitter. So nothing piped, nothing outrageously fancy. But that's the plan. Found out well, I've known she's watched my channel before, but one of my granddaughters, Emma, she was like binge watching me last night and today. So we're gonna give a shout out. Hi Emma, Mima's here making soap for you. Maybe you'll be lucky and get a bar. You can add it to your collection on the bathtub. So anyway, we're gonna get started. Actually, I'm gonna share this recipe with you all. Excuse me. And you can mix up your own colors. I'm not going to tell you what I use, you know, for colors. You can make your own up and do your own swirls. But for the base recipe, makes 58.65 ounces of soap. And so we've got 5.45 ounces of lye, 13.2 ounces of distilled water. For our oils and fats, I have 4 ounces of castor oil, 6 ounces of cocoa butter, 8 ounces of coconut oil, and 22 ounces of olive oil. And I can smell the cocoa butter. It's wonderful. Love it, love it, love it. So, like I said, I'm using my own fragrance. You can change it up, but hopefully I calculated it right. It's what this mold should hold. If not, then I'll put the remainder in something that I can find quickly running downstairs. Anyway, we're going to get started. I put my glasses on. Excuse my cough again. Yesterday morning, or the morning before, I can't remember, we've been dealing with nasty wind chills. And for example, our wind chill the other day was 37 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. So the only good thing about that is that my lye water cools down really fast in the garage. So that speeds things up immensely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we'll get this to a light trace. I'm going to split off a little bit for my 2 colors for my swirls, and then I'll put my titanium dioxide in just to brighten it up, and we'll get started getting creative here. Feel free to fast forward past this blending bit. Anyway, I don't want to go too far here because I want it to be somewhat fluid. So I'm going to split off a little bit into each of these pitchers. Not much, but just a little, because I don't want a whole bunch. Pour my white in here. So get some of this stuff out of the way. I blended my colors in with some of the soaping oils, so I'm not adding any extra oil to the mix, sorry. I'm just trying to keep things straight in order of how I'm doing them. And we're going to use about half of this. So put a little bit in each of those. The rest in this one. So I haven't used this one before. I'm hoping it doesn't accelerate. This is a new company that I've not used fragrance from before. So we'll blend this first. This smells really good. Smells delicious. Don't want that spitting up at me. So I'm just holding my hand over it a bit. Okay. So the rest I'll kind of use my spatula just to make sure we're really well blended. I don't want to overdo it with the mixer. Very fluid. Okay, so I'm going to set these over here, bring my mold over. Hopefully make sure you're in the shot here. So I'm going to start out by pouring some of this white. I've been wanting a tall, skinny mold for a really long time. And I got 2 of them for Christmas. So this one I'm just going to pour on one side. Right down like so. And next to it we're going to do the pink. I love these containers with the pour funnel on them because they work really, really well. I guess get you down in here where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, maybe that'll work. Okay, so I'm going to pour just a little more white kind of over my spatula just to kind of break a bit of the fall. Because I don't want it going crazy. And we'll back up with the purple on this side and the pink on the other. We'll do some more white. I'm really hoping for a nice pretty swirl. And purple. So far it's staying nice and fluid. Pink. And more white across the top. There. And I think we'll finish and here. More white, sorry. I'm in your way, aren't I? I'm just scraping out the rest of the white on the top here. I'm trying to scrape this down better. And the last bit out. And I'm going to tamp this down quickly before I scrape my remaining pink and purple on the top. Gently. Make sure you can still see what we're doing. Okay. So, I'm going to take a little bit of purple and just kind of drizzle it down one side. Okay. And I'm going to take some of the pink. Oh no, I don't want to do that yet. Hang on. See, I almost forgot my swirl. Okay, so we're going to come across, down, and we're going to swirl down about halfway. And then I'm going to go down a little bit more. We're going to swirl down the rest of the way. And again, and back up. All right. See, I always get in too much of a hurry and I end up forgetting something. Okay. So, now, now, I could have put some pink on. Like so, and some more purple on the other side. One more time. And then we'll get our gold going on here. Just a little bit. I just got a little bit of gold. I'll put on one side of each color. Like so. Excuse me. I've got my little stir stick here, and we're just going to go back and forth along the whole thing. It smells divine. Now I decided what I'm going to do this year when I make a soap, as soon as I get the as soon as I get my final pictures done, I'm going to list the soap on our Etsy store so that anybody who wants, if they want, can pre-order. And it'll ship out 4 weeks after the video comes out. And so we're just going to go down the middle like so. Nothing too crazy. So anyway, I will put the link of my Etsy shop in the video. You can go, you can pre-order whatever bars I have available of the soap that I made, and I'll ship out 4 weeks later. So that's my goal for this year. That's what I'm going to do different this year. Like I said, so if any of you are in the mood to buy any of my soaps, and you live in the States, or soon to be Canada, I can ship them to you. So we just spritz with a little bit of alcohol. What's wonderful about this, just the fact that I calculated the right amount of soap is wonderful. But also this mold comes with a lid. So I'm gonna put my lid on and set this aside. I don't insulate the mold. I figure it's good enough the way it is. They always turn out pretty well. But we'll be back in a day or so. It'll be just a few seconds for you. We'll unmold this and we'll cut it and show you how the bars turned out. Hopefully I got a good swirl going on in there. And so anyway, we'll be back and we'll see what these look like. Okay, we're back and ready to pop this out of the mold. And I'm just kind of checking my camera angle here for you. I want to make sure that we can see everything. So I peeled off my press and seal from the bottom. Doesn't look like anything was trying to leak out anyway. I untaped the 2 long ends. I'm going to slide the bottom out, which, see, doesn't look like anything leaked out here. Maybe a couple drops seep through, and it just slides right out of the bottom. So far, I am impressed with the ease of unmolding this. So we're going to peel off our paper. And hopefully it's not too soft still. It's a little soft. But I think we're maybe not going to be okay. I might, you know what, I might let this sit till this afternoon. And then come back, because it is just a little soft. And I don't want to make too much of a mess. So I'm gonna let it sit there. Just kind of smooth off the sides here. Just a little bit. It looks beautiful though. It smells beautiful. So I'm gonna let this sit, and like I said, we'll come back in a few hours this afternoon and we'll do the rest of the cutting for you, okay? So we'll be back. Okay, we're back, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. It's still a little bit soft, but I wanted to get it done so I can move it to the curing racks. I kind of marked the top. I sliced the ends off. I'll show you what I did with those. I sliced just a thin piece off of each end, and I rolled it into little balls. And then I put it in a paper baggie with some super sparkle diamond mica and some pink mica. So I'm going to have this for a future project, little soap balls. So that's what I did with those. And then I marked off across the top where I want to cut this. Now I have on my wish list for my birthday, hopefully my husband will get it. He's pretty good when I let him know things. A new type of soap cutter, one of the fancy ones that you can pull down, you know, and cut multiple bars at the same time. So I'm hoping I get one of those. But until then, I'm stuck with doing it this way for my tall ones. This just clears. So, scooch that back and be very careful here. But this is what we've got on the inside. The nice little wispies. There's the other side. I have to tell you, this smells fantastic. I do like this fragrance. I didn't put a lot of titanium dioxide in this batch, so instead of looking white, it's kind of more of a light gold color. Which is okay. Next time I might try to do more of a white. So there's our little wispies. The tops are really pretty too. Anyway, like I said, I'll probably try and do more titanium next time. Because I think between the, maybe it's because of the fragrance oil, which I never used before. So that might be why it didn't turn out as light. Plus I used cocoa butter, and I don't always use cocoa butter in a recipe. So I don't know, that might have had an effect as well. But thank goodness I had this wire cutter, because otherwise I wouldn't have very nice cut job on these. But they turned out really cute. I do like the size of these bars. I'll also tell you, in December, around the middle of December, if you notice, I'm wearing my Fitbit again, because I'll tell you, 3 years ago I started a diet and I lost 60 pounds, and then I started a new job. I actually started my own store, and it was a very sedentary job, and anyway, I wasn't dieting anymore, wasn't exercising, and I gained back, like 55 out of the 60 pounds practically. It's terrible, just terrible. So anyway, I started wearing my Fitbit again, and I'm doing the treadmill. Since I'm a stay-at-home wife, housemaker, I decided, because I do the treadmill, and I told my husband, you know, if I just do a solid half hour or hour on the treadmill is just torture for me. I can't do it. So since I'm home all day, I'm going to do it in 15-minute bursts. And I'm going to do like 4 of them a day. So I get an hour on the treadmill. So I started doing that in December. And as of this morning, I've lost just under 7 pounds. So I thought, why not? I'm going to up it. If I can. I'm going to do, I just started today, actually. Well, I started yesterday, but I didn't do the whole thing. Anyway, I'm rambling. Today I'm doing 20-minute bursts, because at the speed I go, I get a mile in 20 minutes. So I'm going to at least do 3 of those And I'm going to try, I won't say I'll succeed, but I'm going to try and do 4 of them. That way I can get for sure 3 miles a day and maybe 4. So anyway, I'll update y'all on my progress as we go along. Maybe once a month I'll give you an update on how much I've lost. Well, that's pretty. And we'll go from there. I might try and trim this last because this was the back side. I'm going to trim just a little hair off of that. Hopefully. Anyway. There we go. So, very pretty. So anyway, my goal, I don't have a goal. I'm going 10 pounds a time on my goal because, you know, if you set an unrealistic goal, you're never going to make it. So that's my plan, 10 at a time. So far, it's like I said, just under 7. I'm like at 6.8. And we're going to go from there. So wish me luck. Like I said, I got so disgusted. The whole thing that got me going on this was that we're going on a cruise in April, and I went to try on outfits. And let me take you down here. I went to try on outfits and nothing was fitting. So I got disgusted, and I'm like, enough's enough. We're getting back on the treadmill. There we go. Back on the treadmill. And we're going to do this again. So anyway, wish me luck, and hopefully I can lose lots of weight this year. But anyway, here's my soap. Like I said, it's still pretty soft, but I'm going to make some more balls out of this, I think. Or I'll use it for my sample. Better yet, I'll use it for my sample. So anyway, what we're going to do, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to take some final pictures. I will post this on Etsy, and I'll link you in the box below. You can do a pre-order on this bar if it's one that you would like. They will ship out sometime the first week of February, I guess, on these. So end of January, beginning of February. Like I said, the link will be in the description box below, and I'll also repost the recipe for those of you who want to make this yourself. I will tell you, once I made all my little soap balls, my hands were like really covered in the soap, right? So I went and washed my hands, and the lather was amazing just from rolling up little soap balls on this. Just the little amount I had on my hand. Oh, also, I just unmolded these today as well. My Rise and Shine bars. They're restocked here. I have a dozen of them as well listed on Etsy that will ship out the end of January. So if you're interested in those, that's a great facial bar. Facial soap. Not for your body, for your face. It's got tea tree and peppermint oil. And really, the peppermint you probably don't want anywhere near your nether regions. Strictly on your face. It's wonderful. Copious amounts of olive oil in this bar. It's wonderful stuff. So, anyway, thanks for watching again. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. My next video is probably going to be a bath bomb video. We'll see how my practice run turns out on them. I have something special in mind for them. So keep me on your radar. If you're not a subscriber and you would like to be, hit subscribe and you'll be notified whenever a new video pops up. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. And check us out over on Facebook at Dirty Booty Soaps. We're also on Instagram and selling on Etsy. So there you go. It smells fantastic. Once again, this was, I think, it's Pink Amber from Backwoods. And it was wonderful fragrance. First time I've used it. So anyway, thanks again for watching. And we will catch you on the next video. Bye for now.